out there. Gene Pennington, double3photography.com. Okay, I want to talk to you about something that's kind of a pet peeve of mine, drives me crazy. How many times have you gone out there looking for work? I don't know if you use Craigslist or, which I'm not a huge fan of. You got to be careful there with Craigslist, but I look at it, see what's going on out there. But how many times have you seen an ad somewhere, photographer needed, must own, brand A, camera X, or equivalent or better. Why are people hung up on what a photographer owns as equipment rather than the results that the photographer is going to deliver, okay, the finished product? Doesn't make much sense to me, and to be honest, it drives me crazy. You want to go see a sports team play, okay? You want to go see a concert. You want to go to the museum and look at paintings. Do you really care, what helmet or what balls or what baseball bats, the athletes are using, what guitars, what amplifiers, what drums, or even, what guitar picks, the musicians are using? Does anybody even know a brand of artist paintbrush that, they would even care what brushes the artists that created the paintings that they're going to look at in the museum were? No, they don't, because that's not what makes those people great at what they do. It's not what makes them a professional. It's their natural ability that has gotten them to where they are, okay? It's the product that they put out there for you to go and watch, to go and look at, that you're concerned about. So then why are people so hung up on, whether a photographer owns the top of the line Canon or the top of the line Nikon? It doesn't make any sense to me, and it really drives me up the wall. It used to be that people really didn't care about anything else other than the product that was delivered, okay? I mean, look, I grew up working with my grandfather. He was a professional painter, not an artist painter. He was very artistic. I got my artistic ability from him, I believe. But he painted houses for a living, which, really he was so good that, it was like an art form. But, he got hired over and over and over and referred, time and time and time again because of the quality of the end product that he delivered to his customers. What's happened to that today? Has technology gotten into people's heads so much, that everybody thinks, oh my God, he can't be good if he doesn't have, or she can't be good if they don't have, the next greatest thing out there? We change technology like we change our socks. Your cell phone. You get your cell phone 2 weeks later, the next greatest cell phone is out. And oh my God, I gotta have that one, right? Computers are obsolete, before you know it, okay? You get it home, get it out of the box. Oh my God, the new one's got twice as much RAM as the one that I have now. And, people are so hung up on, I've gotta have the biggest and the best, when it comes to the technology, that I think we've lost sight of, I need to have the biggest and the best when it comes to product delivered, okay? Yeah, and that's why as a photographer, you want to own, that $6,000 camera body, because, you want to have that great product, in your hands. Yes, I understand that from a photographer's perspective, okay? Because would I love to have a D4? Sure, I would love to have a D4. Can I afford a D4 right now? No, I can't. So I don't have one, okay? But does that mean that I cannot produce great quality images for my clients because I don't have one? No, it doesn't. okay? So go out there and look. Go online. You know, Craigslist is a great place to look and see, you know, photographer, you know, needed. And be amazed if they're not asking you to work for free. That's one. That's another video for another time. But don't be surprised with how many times you see that they require for you to have, you know, this super high-end camera body just to even consider hiring you. How about they look at your work? You know, look at my portfolio, look at your portfolio, and make your judgment based on what I'm going to deliver or you're going to deliver to them, you know, not based on what you're doing it with, okay? Take a look at my website, double3photography.com. I'm not saying I'm the best photographer out there, okay? But I feel that I produce professional quality photos, okay? And I'm not doing it with a D3S, a D4. I'm not doing it with a D800 or even a D700. I'm not even doing it with a D7000. I'm out there shooting right now with a D3100, okay? The video that you're looking at right now, D3100. Why? Because you know what, like I said, I've gotten into photography late in life, okay? And the business is still young and it's growing and I'm developing it. And I didn't have the money, I didn't have the luxury, okay, of going out and spending $6,000 on the best camera body that's out there right now because you know what? Look, I'm a husband, I'm a dad, you know, I've got 2 beautiful kids and a wonderful wife that count on me to take care of them and provide for them. So yeah, to start up my business, could I go out there and spend $6,000 right off the bat? No, I couldn't. But you know what? I found a way to go out there and spend $600 to get myself started and see if this is going to go somewhere. And you know what? It's starting to go somewhere. It takes time. So, you know, how can people expect you to have the top of the line gear, you know, if you're just starting in the business? If you're just starting, it doesn't mean that you're not skilled, okay? You know, I used to be an artist, you know, before I became a photographer, which is still an artist. Photography is an art form, okay? But I used to draw portraits of people in pencil. That was my thing, you know, I drew. And that's, you know, that's where I honed my skills in a way, you know, when it comes to photography, because you know, I see things the way that I saw things, you know, when I was drawing, okay? You have to have some kind of artistic ability. You don't have to have a $6,000 camera, okay? You have to be able to deliver what the customer wants, okay? So don't let them tell you that you're not good enough because you don't have the camera they want you to have. You know, what do they really know about photography anyway? If they knew so much about photography and what makes a great photographer, they'd be taking the pictures themselves, okay? So if somebody brings up, when you're talking to someone about, you know, potentially being hired to do a project, they bring up, well, what gear do you own? You know, how about you look at my work and let's take a look at that, okay? And hire me based on what I'm going to give you, not on what I'm going to give it to you with. If you like what you see, that's all that should matter, okay? Don't get hung up on owning the best gear, okay? Always look to improve, and gear can help you improve, okay? I'm not saying that, you know what, go out and buy, you know, you know, a little point and shoot and try and run your business with that. What I'm saying is, don't get ahead of yourself, okay? Don't go out there and overextend yourself financially just because you think you have to have the best gear to be a great photographer. Develop your artistic skills, okay? You can teach anybody how to use a camera, but you cannot teach someone how to have artistic ability. That comes natural. Gene Pennington, double3photography.com.